Hello and welcome again to Crafting with Michelle. Today I'm going to show you how to make this gorgeous little box and decorate it, and I'll show you what's in it. This is to house the little album we made. Last tutorial. Yeah, it fits in beautifully. Okay. Now to make the box, first of all you're going to need an envelope punch board and also a piece of card at 11 inches by 11 inches. Okay, now what we do first of all is we measure this to 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches. Punch and score. Don't worry about it going off the edge. And then we need to move it along to 6 inches. Now our board doesn't go to 6 inches, so what I'm doing is I'm just going to place my ruler there, slide along so that it's an extra inch, so that's 6 inches, and again punch and score. We turn it around 180 degrees, so the opposite side to where our first cuts were made. So our first cuts are here, over here. Okay, and again 4.5 inches, punch, score, and 6 inches, punch, and score. Now just move your scoreboard out of the way for the minute, or the envelope punch board. The next thing you're going to need to do is fold these folds. Just so they're a complete fold, because we need to use them as a guide on the other side when cutting more bits. Okay, so just fold using your score line. Okay, and then you're back. Okay, now on the other two sides that don't have any punches on them, we're going to turn it around until we line the existing score up with the score guide. Okay, so around about there, punch and score, and again, don't need to measure anymore, we're just lining up with the score guide and score, and then turn around to the, put up punch. It's always punch and score. Okay, into the other side. Line it up, punch, score, line it up, punch, score. Okay. Now another thing I like to do is give these, the edges of the box a nice rounded corner. So the other side of your envelope board has a corner rounder. Just go round and round corners of all those little pointy bits. Okay, the next thing to do is just fold along all your scores, so make sure that all your score lines are nice and folded inwards, but I like to take the outer flaps and fold them back as well. Okay, so again. Okay. Now, we need to get the box together, so we need a bit of glue to the side. And the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to create a bit of a fold here. So you fold this whole side flap in, alright, and then what we're wanting to do is line this line up with this line here. The way you do that is you, so you can see, is you stand this up, press like that, and then on the inside you score that. So you end up with a little valley thing like that. Okay, and then go around and do that to all of them. So you fold it in. The next thing we need to do is secure these. So I like to go around with the glue first of all and just pick one side of your one of the little triangles on each of these on the inside and put glue on it. I like to do all my glue first so it can get a little bit tacky. Otherwise it just takes a bit longer holding it in place. Okay. Now on the outside of these, so on this side, you just need to put some glue anywhere on there. So I'm going to hold it this way. Sort of lift it up, place a bit of glue on. On these other sides, it doesn't matter what side you place the glue on because those parts are going to actually be glued together. Okay. Now you first fold, take it up, fold, and press it in. Okay, making sure you're attaching the glue sided to the inside of your little box. Okay, so press, and you're forming a very nice little fold like that, if you can see. And it just stays there. It also helps position your box nicely. I've noticed some girls cut these little corners out, and then they have a hard time sort of getting the box to sit straight. Okay. It will come unstuck. You just keep going around and sticking it. Now in order to make our snowflake design, we need a piece of paper cut at 6 inches by 6 inches. We'll just fold that into triangles. Oops, I want the good side on the inside. One, two, and three. So just fold it 3 times like that. We'll pop some designs on here. This is going to be our outer edge. You see where it's all the open edge is. So just do a little bit of a scallop there. We have a lovely design to stick on top of our present. Now in order to make the wraparound, we're going to need a couple of bits of card. White card I've used, 12 inches by 2.5 inches, and then an additional piece, again 2.5 inches but 4 inches long. This is just to extend this, so I've added some double-sided tape. Just going to make this a little bit longer. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to score this piece, first of all at 1 inch, and then because my board's smaller, I need to just fold that up, pop that there, and this one needs to be 6 1/8 inch. Okay, and then 1 inch from that fold, 4 to 5, and the last one also needs to be 6 1/8 of an inch. 6 1/8. Okay, now we're going to be left with a little piece there, and so we know that that gets folded and adhered behind this piece here. Okay, so we just end up with a nice even sort of end there. Okay, now however, before you secure this, I'd like you to punch a hole approximately there, So about 2.5 inches from one side. Okay, I'll just go do that. So now I've punched my hole there, and I just need to secure this here with some tape. There like that, and then we have our wraparound there. Okay. Now I'm just going to take one of these, a tag, and a pin, and I've just got a cute little heart pin there that I had in my craft box. Just pop that in, punch that around like that, and there we go. And then what we're going to do also is pop a flower. I've just laid a couple of flowers together, just coordinating colours that work with the album and also the card I'm using to wrap it in. These are all from a little haul that I got from the Reject Shop, which seems to have quite a few interesting craft things. And I've just stuck two on top of each other, thick double-sided tape, and then I've just stuck a gem there, and then that'll be going around about there. Okay. All that's left to do now is fill our box. So pop our box in there, pop our album in there. Let's shut all the sides down. And we grab our wraparound and slide it on. I haven't stuck the flower on yet. I haven't decided exactly what flower I'm going to do. Okay, and then I find it's easier to just slide this in once that's on. So just grab your snowflake and thread it under. That just adds a little bit more interest to the box. So I'm just going to do this, and there you go, all done.